Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I really have to have a new intro, like welcome back to the channel every time is pretty boring perhaps, I don't know. Anyways, Group C, we had the two games of Group C, and perhaps the Iran UAE one went as I was expecting, so with Iran playing better in the 90 minutes, with the UAE trying to fix what didn't work against Palestine and trying to make the game as balanced as possible, but with Iran having the better game. And instead the other one, Hong Kong against Palestine, I was expecting Palestine to go strong in this one, but I was expecting a balanced game, so I was expecting Hong Kong to go strong as well, and so having a more perhaps interesting game in this one. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start with the Hong Kong Palestine one. So this game was from the beginning. We have seen the problem with Hong Kong. We've seen the problem with Hong Kong that was on their left side. Their left side was a big problem in this one. There was Chan Shinichi in that left side with his number 17, and he was struggling. He was struggling, especially against Al-Battat. Al-Battat that has the first two, the first two goals come from his feet, basically, at least the assists. He has the assist for Odey Dabag at the 12th minute. He has then the assist at the beginning of the second half to Zed Kumbar. The scores at the 48th minute, and really on that left side Hong Kong had so many issues, so many problems. There were other opportunities for Palestine, that left side, with Sayah, with everyone. So really, I mean, I'm looking at my all the things that I've written, and really there are a couple of opportunities for Hong Kong with Everton Camargo that tries to do something on that right side, but really, I mean, for example, Meteor, we haven't seen that. We haven't really seen him during the game, so that's something that Hong Kong should work on after this Asian Cup, and we will see how that goes. Anyways, I'm not really sure why we had the change on the goalkeeping. If someone can explain this to me, we didn't see Yap in this one. We see Tseka Wing. I don't know, perhaps was the decision of the coach. Perhaps he wanted a little bit of a change, because I haven't heard of injuries in the Hong Kong side. But anyways, I mean, perhaps I missed something. I don't know. I'm gonna check that, of course, as soon as I can. But again, I didn't see anything. And perhaps talking about injuries, there is an injury. The injury is for the captain in this game, Vas Nunez, for Hong Kong. He had a problem in his shoulder. I think it popped out. Hopefully he's gonna be all right when it pops out. I mean, if that's the issue that happened with his shoulder, I think it's just a matter of a month. I think usually it happened to people that I know, so I don't know. Anyways, hopefully he's gonna recover soon. And yeah, talking about the game, Coach Anderson for Hong Kong tried to change a couple of things, but Palestine was really pushing in this one, and at a certain point they were even second on their group, because UAE was losing 2-0. They were winning 3-0 after the 60th minute goal by Odey Dabag. Odey Dabag scores after Siam takes the post and with a shot, and the ball was there and he puts the ball in. There is a VAR call on the area of Palestine because of handball. It's a weird decision. I know it's a rule book, so that says that you shouldn't have the hand on an unnatural position when you are into the area, but I mean, if you want to have balance, you need to open the arm a little bit. So I don't know. As rule book is correct, but if if I get the ball immediately to my hand, yes, that's a handball. That's okay. That's fine. But if it goes to on my foot, for example, then goes up immediately on my hand, I think this is a rule that perhaps can be a little bit seen, because yes, of course, sometimes you can go like this, no, and that's too much. But in that case, I don't know. The rule book says that, so we're gonna stay with that. Camargo had the opportunity to score a goal that perhaps Hong Kong should have done and should have deserved, but unfortunately for the Hong Kong side, he takes the post and he misses, so nothing on that side. The Hong Kong campaign, this Asian Cup, ends with this loss by 3-0. And yeah, Hong Kong has a lot to bring with them after this Asian Cup. They have a lot of new experience. We've seen players like Michael Uderbuluzor that played a good game. This one, he had an opportunity at the beginning of the game as well, at the beginning of the first half, where Hong Kong really could have scored, and perhaps the game would have changed, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna follow for sure Hong Kong closely going forward. And I don't know, I'd like to go to Hong Kong, honestly. I'd like to go to East Asia in general, in Asia in general. So, and perhaps, who knows, perhaps a vlog for this channel. I don't know, that would be interesting. Anyways, let's talk about the Iran UAE game. They played at the Education City Stadium, and here really we have seen finally the Mehdi Taremi Sardar Azmoun connection. This connection brings 2 goals to Team Milliy. Mehdi Taremi scores at the 26th minute. Then Iran keeps pushing, and in the second half, Mehdi Taremi scores the second one. There is also the possibility for a third one for Iran, but the VAR calls it back. There is a penalty kick at a certain point for UAE. UAE has the possibility to go to shorten to tie the game. It was 1-0, yes, if I'm not wrong. 1-0 for Iran. There is a penalty kick, but Beravand saves it, and then the game basically sees Iran managing the game. And UAE at a certain point, especially after the 2-0, we see a UAE side that is trying just to get that goal, to get back that second spot, because as I said in the beginning, with them losing 2-0 and Palestine winning 3-0, Palestine was second, was the runner-up in this group. And finally, at the 93rd minute, they find the goal with Yahya Al-Ghassani. There is unfortunately also in this game there is an injury, a bad injury for Muharrami. Muharrami gets the injury and he gets searched out. I hope for him that he's gonna recover, he's gonna be alright, because of course for him and for his national team, they need him. He's a great player and a huge loss for the national team. Another loss for Iran going to the round of 16, where they're gonna face Syria. They're gonna be without Kanani. Kanani, he's the one who has who makes the foul for the penalty kick that gets called by the VAR. He gets a yellow card. He was already booked before, so he's gonna miss the next game with Iran. And yeah, really, that wasn't really a fun game in a sort of way. If you're a fan of Iran, you perhaps suffered a little bit too much, because you perhaps could have won that 3 or 4-0. You can feel that. If you are a UAE fan, you felt perhaps that if Yahya Al-Ghassani scored, if I'm not wrong, he's the one who kicked it, yes. Yahya Al-Ghassani, if he scored that penalty kick, perhaps the game would have changed and UAE would have had the possibility to get that first place of the group. That would have been really important. But it is what it is. That's how the game ends. Both Iran and UAE move on, and as I said before, UAE, I'm pretty sure it's not decided yet who are they gonna play against. I'm pretty sure that Palestine as well. We are not really sure who they will play against. Let's check the standings. But as I said before, Iran will play against Syria. Of course, the best team in the Asian Cup is gonna get my national team, Syria. But it is what it is. When you get to the knockout stages, I think you don't really need to, like, jokes aside, you don't need to think about, oh, I'd like to face this one. Here are the best 16 teams of the tournament. So of course, everyone is a strong team. Everyone is looking to get into the quarterfinals, to semifinals. So everyone is very competitive. And Iran wins this group with 9 points, 7 goals scored, 2 against. UAE with 4 points, like Palestine. 5 goals for both of them scored, 4 against for UAE, 5 against for Palestine. 1 goal scored for Hong Kong, 7 against. But looking at this stat, I think is not doesn't really represent how Hong Kong played in this tournament. I think they were one of the best and nicest surprises in this Asian Cup. Coach Anderson has a great team in his hands. You look at Everton Camargo, you look at Matthew Ward, you look at Michael Udebuluzor, you look at many players, like even both goalkeepers. I liked Tseka Wing as well. Yes, he had 3 goals scored against, but I mean, the problem was again one from that left side of Hong Kong that perhaps they should fix. Anyways, Palestine, I haven't talked perhaps enough about Palestine. They're playing great tournament. The only part where they seem to not be in it was the first half against Iran. But besides that, 2.5 games that were almost perfect. Odeida Bar is playing really well. They have Tamer that is playing really well. Al-Battat, Abu Warda. I mean, everyone is doing his part, and this Palestine team can really, I don't know who they're going to play against, but they can really be dangerous and can be a dark horse in this tournament. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you soon.